Hello, this is April Grace. I'm in my living space. I also have a little bit of an accent today, but you're watching another pre-confession reflection. So this Saturday, past Saturday, I also went to confession, and there was another sacrament of sorts, ceremony, special ceremony going on. There was a baptism happening, and so I'm waiting in line for confession, and in the cry room, and all these like 5 or 6 babies are being baptized, and yet, as they're being baptized in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and washed clean of their sin, they're crying. And it made me think, how often do we ourselves resist the things that God has planned for us? Things that are good, because we're afraid, because we're doubting, because we're uncomfortable, and we don't know what's happening, and it feels like the end of the world, but it's just too hard, right? But they say perfect love casts out fear. And if we trust, and I mean not just, okay, God, this is yours, but like really let go and say, God, I'm still doubting, but I'm going to leave this in your hands, because you know what you're doing, where I myself am limited by this time and space, and how far my mind can expand and wrap around everything that's happening. I'm only aware of what I am, but you see everything. I'm going to trust you. When we really trust in that perfect love, there's no room for fear. There's no room for doubt. It's just hard to let go. And so, thinking back to last week when I talked about the journey and how the in-between point A and point B is also, what really makes it all worth it and special, and really a triumph at the end. Made me think about how, the purification process isn't easy. We're the gold that needs to be strengthened, and to strengthen it, you need to be tested in fire, which is scary, uncomfortable, and you think you're dying, because, whatever your flames are, whatever the fire is, whatever your trials are, it's part of the process to become stronger. You look at the terrible things that have happened in our lives, like, oh, I was bullied, or my parents divorced, or all these things, while you kind of break a bit inside when it's happening, you learn a lot from these things. You become a better person, and so, I struggled in college, getting used to my new school and new people, and I was a transfers, and everyone thought I was a freshman, and I'm like, I'm not, and just trying to find a group of people to, fit in with and be comfortable with, of all the things that I learned in my classes, and it could have gone so much smoother, but I'm so much better than I was before because of these things. But again, the purification process isn't easy, but it's part of the journey to become who we are today, and to where we're going to be later in life, and ultimately on our journey to become saints in heaven. And lastly, on my way after writing this reflection, I thought of a mantra, and I like those because they're something you repeat and just believe more and more every time you say it. And so my mantra this time before walking in was, let God be the light in my darkness. Let God be the light in my darkness. It's easy to get bogged down by all my thoughts, my worries and anxieties, and I could have done better, and I've committed this sin, and I confessed it last week, and just, God, will you forgive me? It's just let God be the light in my darkness. So my thought process on this whole reflection was really definitely inspired by Matt Maher's Lord, I Need You, and I listen to K-Love, KLOVE.com will tell you where your radio station is that you can listen to K-Love, and they do little inside the music things. And so Matt Maher is explaining how he came up with his idea for the song Lord I Need You, which is incredibly popular, and we know it. And so he was talking about how he's a new father, and his child is waking up every other hour in the evening, and even though he comes back just to check on the baby, and it's just realizes that that's us. This at our most basic sense, this tiny human is just embodying our most innate desires of, God, are you there? I need you. I'm uncomfortable, and I'm scared, and I'm alone, and I'm hungry, or I'm cold, or I'm uncomfortable, and I need friends, and all of these things, where this baby is physically crying, God, I need you. And yet, that's what we ourselves are doing as well. And so, to kind of tie everything up, I will leave you with a clip from the Audrey Assad concert I went to when I was visiting Franciscan back in September, and we're singing Lord I Need You. So it's a little bit, you can hear me a little bit, but overall, just want to share with you a couple of these gifts I've been given this week. I'm planning on going to confession this weekend, and if something comes up, I'll let you know, and I'll share it with you. So, peace of Christ be with you always, and ad maiorem Dei gloriam. God bless.